स्टार्ट। सो गाइस, लास्ट क्लास में हम क्या डिस्कस कर रहे थे ना, ट्रिगोनोमेट्री शुरू किए थे और बस एक ही दिन का क्लास है। ओके, इट विल टेक ओनली 1 day टू फिनिश ट्रिगोनोमेट्री, सच स्मॉल इज द सिलेबस फॉर ट्रिगोनोमेट्री। तो उसमें हमने क्या डिस्कस किए थे? फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी डिस्कस्ड अबाउट अ राइट एंगल ट्रायंगल। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल डिस्कस्ड अबाउट अ राइट एंगल्ड ट्रायंगल. What is a right angle triangle? A triangle which has one of its angle as a 90 degree. That is called right angled triangle. 90 degree is called what? Right angle. 90 degree is called what? Right angle. Right angle. So this is a right angle triangle, and if we consider this angle, suppose this vertex is A, B, C. Okay, this is a ABC right angle triangle where A is 90 degree, angle A is 90 degree, and suppose let's consider angle B. Let's consider angle B and call it theta. Let's call it theta or X, Y, Z, whatever you can take. So let's call this angle theta for the time being. This side is called base. This side is called base. Length of it is denoted by small b. Okay, it's called base, or sometimes it is also called adjacent. It is called side adjacent. It is called side adjacent. Remember, this side AB, okay, this side AB which is in contact with this angle theta, it is called base. Also it is called a side adjacent, and its length is denoted by small b. Okay, remember. And this side AC, okay, it is called perpendicular. Its length is denoted by small p. Okay, its length is denoted by small p, and sometimes it is also called side opposite. This side AC, it is called side opposite. Why do we call it side opposite? Because it is the opposite side of this angle theta, the angle that you are considering. Okay, and this is called what? Hypotenuse. Its length is denoted by small h, right? I think you already knew all this in high school, right? This is perpendicular, this is base,
Yes,
hypotenuse. And
Yes, sir.
and also suppose in this right angle triangle, this is A, this is B, this is C. If we consider this angle and let's call it theta, if we consider this angle and let's call it theta, then obviously this will be our base. And this will be our what? Perpendicular, and this will be our hypotenuse. You remember all this? Base, perpendicular, hypotenuse. Okay, the side that is in touch with this angle that you are considering, that is base, the longest side is hypotenuse. Okay, hypotenuse is the longest side of a right angle triangle. You knew all this. What else we discussed? If this is the right angle triangle, we have this is angle A, angle B, angle C, vertex A, vertex B, vertex C. And if we are considering this angle theta, and this is our base, this is our perpendicular, this is our hypotenuse, we know about Pythagoras rule. So Pythagoras was a mathematician. He gave this rule that in a right angle triangle, square of hypotenuse is equal to sum of square of perpendicular and base. Okay, so hypotenuse squared is perpendicular squared plus base squared. Okay, you already know this is Pythagorean rule. Okay, so using this rule, if we know the value of h and p, we can easily find the value of b. If we know the value of p and b, we can easily find the value of h. If we know the value of h and b, we can find the value of p. It is very easy, right? Okay.
yes, sir.
And couple of Pythagorean triplet that you also learned in high school. Pythagorean triplets. 3 4 5. One is 3 4 5. 3 4 5 is what? A right angle triangle. Okay, its one side is 3, this side is 4, this side is 3. This is a right angle triangle. Okay, it is called a Pythagorean triplet. As you can see here, square of 5 is equal to square of 3 plus square of 4. You can see for yourself, 9 plus 16 25. Remember Pythagorean triplet? Hello, clear? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Next, next Pythagorean triplet we have learned 5 12 13. This is a right angle triangle. This is 5, this is 12. Obviously the longest side will be hypotenuse. Between these three side lengths, which one is the longest? 13. So obviously length of the hypotenuse will be what? 13, right? And this is the right angle. It's called Pythagorean triplet. As you can see here, square of 13 is equal to square of 5 plus square of 12. Square of 5 is 25, square of 12 is 144. 144 plus 25 is 169, which is square of 13. And you also learned another Pythagorean triplet, 7 8 15. I think 7 8 15. I think 49 plus 64. No. 1 second. Yes. Let's see. 7 15. Okay, let's call 7. This is 8. This is 15. Okay, what is square of 49? What is square of 7 is 49 plus 64. If we add it, what do you get? 9 plus 4 13 11 113. No, not 8 7. No. I think it is forgot. Okay, let's talk about it later. This last Pythagorean triplet, 8 7 17 or something, 17. Yes. So this one is what? 8 15 17. I forgot, sorry 8 15 17. Hello, remember the length
Yes,
is
sir.
17. This is 8
Yes,
15. Okay, square of 8 plus square of 15 is equal to what? 64 plus 125. What is this? This is equal to what? Yes. Tell me, what is this? 189. What is square of 17? Right. This is Pythagorean triplet. Okay, 8 15 17. Okay, so take the screenshot. Yes, take it. Done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Take it. Done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Done.
Okay. So the last, this is 8 15 17. Okay. Now let's move on to trigonometry directly. Suppose this is my right angle triangle ABC, where A is the 90 degree or right angle, and let's consider this angle, let's call it theta, and this is obviously your base, this is your perpendicular, this is hypotenuse. Sine of angle theta is equal to P upon H, length of the perpendicular upon length of the hypotenuse. In this right angle triangle, sine of angle theta is equal to length of the perpendicular upon length of the hypotenuse. Clear? And cos theta, cos of this angle is equal to base upon hypotenuse, length of the base upon length of the hypotenuse, and tan of theta is equal to length of perpendicular by length of base, P by B. You knew all this already, right, in high school? Right. And
Yes,
also we know that cosec theta is reciprocal of sine theta. Cosec theta is equal to 1 by sine theta. Cosec theta is reciprocal of sine theta means what? Cosec theta into sine theta is equal to 1, right? Cosec theta times sine theta is equal to 1. So they are reciprocal of each other. So sin theta is P by H, cosec theta will be what? H by P. And sec theta is reciprocal of cos theta. Well, cos theta is B by H, so sec theta will be what? H by B, right? And the last one is cot theta. Cot theta is what? 1 by tan theta. Cot theta is reciprocal of tan theta. Tan theta is P by B, so cot theta will be what? B by P. Clear all this? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And what else we discussed? We also discussed that tan theta is equal to sin theta by cos theta. Tan theta is equal to sin theta by cos theta. And cot theta is equal to cos theta by sin theta. Because cot theta is reciprocal of tan theta. So obviously if tan theta is sin theta by cos theta, then cot theta will be what? Cos theta by sin theta. Just numerator denominator will be reversed, right? And tan theta is equal to sin theta by cos theta. How? We know that tan theta is equal to P by B. 1 second, guys. It was my father. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Okay. So tan theta is equal to what? P by B. Acha, you know already that we can divide a non-zero number on the numerator and denominator, and the fraction value will not change, right? If I divide H on the numerator and the denominator both, if I divide the numerator by H and the denominator by H, fraction will remain the same or change? Fraction will remain the same or change? These two are remain same fraction or same, all different fractions? Same fractions, right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Same fractions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Right, because 3 by, suppose there is a fraction 3 by 5. If you divide both numerator and denominator by 2, the fraction remains the same, right? If you divide both numerator and denominator by the same non-zero number, fraction remains the same. And what is P by H? P by H is what? Sin theta.
Sin theta.
And what is B by H?
The cos theta.
Cos theta. So that is why tan theta is equal to sin theta by cos theta. And obviously cot theta is equal to 1 by tan theta. Therefore cot theta will be equal to cos theta by sin theta. Right? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. See, you have to simply memorize this formula. Memorize it by heart, that tan theta is equal to sin theta by cos theta. Cot theta is equal to cos theta by sin theta. Okay. So take the screenshot and let's move on. Yeah, take it. Done? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And in the last class we discussed the three important identities of trigonometry. They are what? The first one is sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Also we have proved this, right? Because you see that sin theta is what? P by H. Sin square theta means what? Square of sin theta. Sin square theta means square of sin theta. And sin theta is P by H, so square will be what? P square by H square. Similarly, cos square theta is what? Square of cos theta. Cos theta is what? B upon H, so cos square theta will be B square upon H square. Now sin square theta plus cos square theta will be equal to what? P square upon H square plus B square upon H square, right? If you add these two, denominator H square, so it is the LCM H square, and the numerator it is P square plus B square. Well, P square plus B square is what? H square, right? Pythagoras rule, right? Pythagoras.
H square. Yes, sir.
H square cancel, we get 1. Proved, right? So sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So you have to memorize this formula by heart. Okay. And as long question also we can ask you this derivation. It's a very simple derivation as long at 2 mark question, not long question. 2 mark question I can ask you this derivation. It's very simple derivation, right? Nothing difficult about it. The second we discussed is sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. Sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. Well, this formula can be derived in two different ways. You can derive it in two different ways. Okay, first way is the straightforward way. We know that sec theta is what? H by b, because sec theta is the reciprocal of cos theta and cos theta is b by h. So sec theta will be h by b. And tan theta is what? T by b, right? So sec square theta will be what? H
Yes,
square
sir.
by b square, and tan square theta will be what? P square by b square. Okay, now if I find out sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to, well, what is sec square theta? H square by b square minus what is tan square theta? P square by b square. Well, what shall I take the LCM? B square, right?
Yes, sir.
And on the top it is h square minus p square. And what did Pythagoras actually does anybody remember his name? What is it? Pythagoras, or what is it? I've forgotten actually. The rule is Pythagorean rule. What is his name? Pythagoras. Okay. Pythagoras. Okay, Pythagoras. Okay, yes, sorry. Okay. So Pythagoras told what? That h square is equal to p square plus b square. H is hypotenuse, p is perpendicular, b is base. Then h square minus p square will be equal to b square, right? H square minus.
Yes, sir.
So this thing is what? Equal to b square. B square by b square cancel, you get 1. So proved, right? Sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. Proved. Well, there is another way of proving this also. Method 2. Well, the first identity, remember? The first identity, we know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. We know this is the first identity. Well, let's divide both sides of this equation. By cos square theta. Let's just divide both left hand side and right hand side by cos square theta, because it is an equation. The left expression and the right expression are equal to each other, so I can divide the same thing on both sides, right? So let's divide them. So this sin square theta plus cos square theta by cos square theta will be equal to 1 by cos square theta. I divided the left hand side and right hand side by cos square theta. And what is this? Sin square theta by cos square theta plus cos square theta by cos square theta is equal to, what is 1 by cos square theta? It will be sec square theta, isn't it? Right? Because sec theta is the reciprocal of cos theta, right? Sec theta is the reciprocal of cos theta. Guys, what is 1 by cos square theta? 1 by cos square theta means what? 1 by cos theta into cos theta, right? And 1 by cos theta is sec theta, so you will multiply 2 sec theta, so it will become what? Sec theta into sec theta, so sec square theta, right? Anybody has any doubt in this? 1 by cos square theta is equal to sec square theta. Okay. And you know that sin theta by cos theta is equal to what? Tan theta,
The tan theta.
right? Now if I square both sides, okay, sin theta by cos theta whole square means what? Numerator square by denominator square, means sin square theta by cos square theta. It is equal to what? Tan square theta, right? So sin square theta by cos square theta is equal to tan square theta plus this is what? 1 is equal to sec square theta. Well, if I bring this tan square theta to this side, then sec square theta, tan square theta is plus tan square theta here. If it goes to the other side, it will become minus tan square theta. That's what happens in equation is equal to what? 1, right? 1 is left over in the left.
Yes, sir.
So proved. So this is another way of proving this. So take the screenshot, and the last we'll discuss the last identity. Take it. 1 second. Yes, take it. Done.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Take it. Done. Okay. Take it. Done.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. The last identity. Let's discuss the last identity, which is cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. Cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. Similarly, here also you can prove this identity in two different ways. Whichever way takes your fancy, you can prove it in that way. Let me prove it in the first way, method 1. Well, we know that cosec theta is equal to what? Reciprocal of sin theta. Sin theta is p upon h, so cosec theta will be what? H upon p. Then cosec square theta will be what? H square upon p square. Clear on this? And cot theta is what? Reciprocal of tan theta, right? Tan theta is a p upon b, so cot theta will be what? B upon p. Therefore, cot square theta will be equal to what? B square upon p square. Right? Guys, right? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Well then, cosec square theta minus cot square theta is what? Cosec square theta is what? H square by p square. Cot square theta is what? B square by p square. What shall I take the LCM? P square, right? Because same denominator. On the numerator, h square minus b square. Well, Pythagoras told what? What did Pythagoras say? Pythagoras what did Pythagoras tell us? That h square is equal to p square plus b square. Then h square minus b square will be equal to what? P square, right? Pythagoras rule.
Yes, sir.
I can simply replace the numerator by p square, and on the denominator there is p square. They cancel each other out, and what do we get? We get 1, right? Okay. So this is the proof. Actually, this proof is very simple. So it is very easy to understand. That is why we always explain this in this method. Okay. So take the screenshot, and no. For let me just do it in method 2. Then only we'll take the screenshot. Okay. Second method. Well, the first identity that we already know. We know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, right? We already know this, right, from the first identity. Now dividing both sides by sin square theta. Let's just divide both sides by sin square theta. See, in just before, in the second identity, we had divided both sides by cos square theta. Remember? Here we are dividing both sides by sin square theta. Now you will ask me, sir, how do you know this? How will you know that we shall divide it both sides by sin square theta, not cos square theta? In the previous case, we had to divide by both sides by cos square theta, not sin square theta. How do you know this? Well, you just have to figure it out by yourself. वो कोई मदद नहीं कर सकता. जैसे कि सॉक्स कैसे पहनते हैं, वो कैसे सॉक्स पहनते हैं कोई नहीं सिखा सकता. इसमें कुछ नहीं बेटे, आपको आपका RHS में ओके what you have to prove, essentially you have to look at what you have to prove. Essentially what you have to prove, you just have to look at it. Cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. Now think about it. What should I divide on both sides so that I shall get cot square theta and cosec square theta and 1 sin square theta, right? Think about it. Let's divide both sides by sin square theta. If If I divide both sides by sine square theta, I will get what? Cot square theta, cosec square theta, 1, right? So this is what? Sine square theta by sine square theta plus cos square theta by cos square theta is equal to 1 by sine square theta will be what? Cosec square theta, right? Hello? Clear?
Sir,
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
sir, cos square theta by sin square theta.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Okay. By sine square. Very good. So this is 1 plus, well, cos square theta by sine square theta will be equal to cot square theta, and this is cosec square theta. Then if I bring this cot square theta to this side, then we get cosec square theta minus cot square theta, and what are we left on this side? 1. Proved? Proved? Okay. So take the screenshot now. Take it. Done?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Done? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me just write down all the 3 identities in one place so that it will be easier for us to memorize them once and for all. The first identity is sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. The second one is cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1. The third one is sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1. These are the 3 identities that you have to memorize by heart. Okay. Now just think about it. How can we use this formula? How can we use this formula? See, we can use this formula in this way. Suppose we know the value of cos theta and we want to find the value of sin theta. Suppose we know the value of cos theta, we want to find the value of sin theta, or we know the value of sin theta, we want to find the value of cos theta, or we know the value of cosec theta, we want to find the value of cot theta, and vice versa. Suppose you know the value of sec theta, we want to find the value of tan theta, and vice versa. In all these cases, we can use these identities, right? We can use these identities, remember. Okay. Now there are some basic formulae that we can derive from these identities. First, since sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, then 1 minus sine square theta will be equal to cos square theta, right? Check it out. If I take sine square theta to this side, 1 minus sine square theta will be equal to cos square theta, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So cos square theta is equal to 1 minus sine square theta, right? Then what is cos theta? Plus or minus under root 1 minus sine square theta, right? Cos theta is equal to plus or minus under root 1 minus sine square theta. Clear? And similarly,
Yes, sir.
1 minus cos square theta will be equal to sine square theta, isn't it? Because sine square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1, their sum is equal to 1. So if I subtract cos square theta from 1, I shall get what? Sine square theta. Then sine theta is equal to what? Plus or minus under root 1 minus cos square theta. Is it not? Is it not? Okay. Third one. Sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1, right? Sec square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1. Now if I take this tan square theta to this side, what do I get? That 1 plus tan square theta or tan square theta plus 1, whatever, is equal to what? Sec square theta, right? Then sec theta will
Yes,
be
sir.
equal to what? Plus or minus root over of 1 plus tan square theta, right? Okay. And since sec square theta minus tan square theta equal to 1, think about it. If I take this 1 to this side, I will get what? Sec square theta minus 1 is equal to tan square theta, right? Check it out. So tan theta will be equal to what? Plus or minus root over of sec square theta minus 1, right? If I take square root on both sides. And the last two, we know that cosec square theta minus cot square theta equal to 1. Therefore 1 plus cot square theta will be equal to what? Cosec square theta. So cosec theta will be equal to what? Plus or minus under root what? Hello, what? 1 plus cot square theta, right? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now think about it. If I take this one to this side, then cosec square theta, this one will come to this side, become minus 1 is equal to what? Cot square theta. Just like this one, you see, just like this one, sec square theta minus 1 is equal to tan square theta, cosec square theta minus 1 is equal to cot square theta. Then cot theta will be plus or minus root over of cosec square theta minus 1. Are we clear? As simple as that. So you take the screenshot now. Take it. Done.
Done, sir.
Yes, sir. Done.
Okay. Let me erase it. Okay. So okay. Yes. So ये था all the identities that we discussed. One by one we discussed all the identities, and there are a couple of questions we have already solved in the last class. So still I will go over those questions once again. Then we'll today itself we'll finish trigonometry entirely, and if time permits we can also start a little bit of algebra. Okay. The first one, okay guys, we have to take another extra class right in this week also, which will be better, Sunday or so let's do this question. This is a question. It says that express cos A, tan A and sec A, all three in terms of sin A. Okay, it says, let me write down the question here. Express cos A, फिर tan A, comma sec A in terms of sin A. So we have to express these three in terms of sin A. Let's see how. First one. Well, we know that cos square A plus sin square A is equal to 1, right? We know it. Then cos square A will be equal to what? 1 minus sin square A. Then cos A will be equal to what? Plus or minus root over of 1 minus sin square A, right? So we expressed cos A in terms of sin A. See, we expressed cos A in terms of sin A. Cos A has been expressed in terms of sin A. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now we shall express tan A. We shall express tan A in terms of sin A. We shall express tan A in terms of sin A. Well, we know that tan A is equal to sin A by cos A. But we have to express tan A in terms of only sin A. There should not be anything other than sin. There should be only sin, no cos or anything. So I know that cos A is equal to what? Plus or minus root over of 1 minus sin square A, isn't it? Cos A is equal
Yes,
to what?
sir.
Okay. So you see, we expressed tan A in terms of sin A. There is sin and sin. Wherever you look, there is sin and sin, right? This is what means expressing. The last one is to express sec A in terms of sin A. Well, we know that sec A is equal to 1 upon cos A, but we have to express it in terms of sin A. There should not be anything other than sin. There should not be any cos, and we know that cos A is equal to plus or minus root over of 1 minus sin square A. Well done. You expressed sec in terms of sin. Clear on this?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
ओके तो ये एक आ सकता है आपका लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन. हाँ, तो टेक द स्क्रीनशॉट. इट इज अ वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन, लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन आ सकता है. ओके, डन.
Yes, sir. Done.
ओके ओके ओके. हर एक के लिए 2-2 मार्क. कॉस ए के लिए 2 मार्क, टैन ए के लिए 2 मार्क, सेक ए के लिए 2 मार्क. 2-2-2 6 मार्क. ओके, लेट मी रीड. ओके 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 ओके. Okay, so this one is done. Okay guys, it has forgotten to write plus or minus here, so printing mistake, just put plus or minus over there. Okay, next one, let's talk about this one. Prove that sec a into 1 minus sin a into sec a plus tan a is equal to 1. What do you have to prove? Sec a into 1 minus sin a. You will tell me what do you have to prove. Next question, prove that sec a into what? 1 minus sin a into what? Sec a plus tan a. Sec a plus tan a is equal to 1. We have to prove that this entire expression actually reduces to 1. We have to prove that. So let's prove it. Let's go from the LHS. Well, on the LHS, what do we have? Sec a into 1 minus sin a into sec a plus tan a. Well, sec a is what? 1 by cos a. And let's not disturb 1 minus sin a for the time being. Let's leave it as it is. And what is sec a here? 1 by cos a. And what is tan a here? Sin a by cos a. Is it not? Okay. Get it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is 1 upon cos a into 1 minus sin a. I did not disturb this expression. I didn't disturb this expression. I left it 1 minus sin a as it is. I just disturbed this and this one. So simple fraction addition. Denominator cos a. So cos a on the numerator what? 1 plus sin a. Well, now on the numerator what do we have? 1 into this into this. So 1 into something is same thing, right? So it is what? 1 minus sin a into what? 1 plus sin a. Divided by, on the denominator what we have here? Cos a, here 1 denominator, here cos a. Cos a into cos a, cos square a, right? Clear?
Cos square. Yes, sir.
Well, you know it,
Yes, sir.
that x plus y into x minus y is what? X squared minus y squared. So a minus b into a plus b, this is in this form, right? So it is what? A square minus b square, means 1 square minus sin square a.
Sin square A. Yes, sir.
Well, 1 square is what? 1. 1 minus sin square a. Hey, why am I'm absent-mindedly I'm putting implies marks here. No. You have to put equal mark. Absent-mindedly I'm doing this. You have to put equal mark here. Okay. This is equal to this. This is equal to this. Right? Okay. Equal to. So 1 minus sin square a divided cos square a. And what is 1 minus sin square a, guys? Isn't it?
The cos square.
Isn't it cos square a? Cos square a by cos square is what? 1, right? RHS proved. Clear? So it is also
Yes, sir.
a long question. So be careful. Take the screenshot. Done.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What about the others? Okay. Let's do this one. it says prove that root over, actually it's at left, prove that root over of 1 plus sin a by 1 minus sin a. It says prove that root over of 1 plus sin a divided by 1 minus sin a is equal to sec a plus tan a. Sec a plus tan a. And let me tell you one thing, guys, you can prove this in more than one way. Okay, you can prove this in more than one way, right? But practice before you go to take your exam. Practice, क्योंकि एग्जाम में अगर आप एक्सपेरिमेंट करोगे, इफ इन एग्जाम यू विल डू योर एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन, फंस जाओगे उधर. डू द एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन एट होम, ओके, प्रूव इट, okay, and be comfortable with that proof and do that proof in the exam. Okay, do not do any experimenting in the exam. Okay, so let's just prove it from the left hand side. Well, the left hand side says root over of 1 plus sin a by 1 minus sin a. Well, one thing comes to my mind. How about this is a fraction, you can see here, under root, this is a fraction, right? 1 plus sin a by 1 minus sin a. How about I multiply 1 plus sin a on the top and also on the bottom? Well, is there any difference? These two fractions are the same, right? Because I can multiply the same non-zero number on the numerator denominator, because you can see if you cancel these two out, you are left with the same thing, right? We haven't changed anything, we haven't changed a bit, right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And on the numerator it is what? 1 plus sin a into 1 plus sin a is what? 1 plus sin a whole square. And of the denominator 1 minus sin a into 1 plus sin a is what? 1 square minus sin square a, right? X plus y into x minus y, x square minus y square. So 1 minus sin square a. Anybody has any doubt so far? Hello? Okay.
No, sir.
Okay. So this
No,
is
sir.
what? This is actually what? You see, square root of a by b is equal to what? Square root of a by square root of b, is it not? Right? So this thing is what? Square root of the top divided by square root of the bottom. Well, square root of the top will be what? Root over of 1 plus sin a whole square. If you take the square root of square, then what? Nothing happens, right? You will end up with 1 plus sin a, right? Are I get it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And on the denominator, what do we have here? 1 minus sin square a is equal to actually what? Cos square a, right? Then on the top, square of this is what? Simply 1 plus sin a. Denominator square root of cos simply is what?
The cos
Hello,
A.
get it? And this is what?
Cos
1
A.
by
Yes,
cos
sir.
a plus sin a by cos a, and this is what? 1 by cos a is sec a plus sin a by cos a is tan a.
Tan a.
Right? As simple as that. So proved, RHS proved. Okay, but एक क्वेश्चंस को बहुत बार प्रैक्टिस कर लो. These are your questions for the exam. Long question, 4 mark, 6 mark, यही सब क्वेश्चन है. Take the screenshot. 1 mark के क्वेश्चन हम प्रैक्टिस करेंगे बाद में, लेकिन 4 mark and 6 mark पहले प्रैक्टिस करो. Okay, take the screenshot. Done. Okay. Take
Yes, sir.
Done. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this proof is done. And let's just there is only one question on this, only one question. So why should we leave it to the next class? Let's just finish it, right? Only one question is there. in this height and distance problem. Okay, let's just do that problem. First let's try to understand the concept and let's do the problem. Hello, get it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now you have to draw this diagram in your notebook. In your class note you have to draw the diagram, this diagram. Now let's try to understand this diagram first. Okay, let's just say there is an object here. Let's just say there is an object here. Something is here. There is an object here. Something is here. Object is here. And this is you. This is you. See, in order to look at the object or in order to see the object, what do you have to do? If you want to look at the object, see, this is you here and this is your eye level, right? This is your what? Eye level. And eye level, right? Because this is on the level of your eyes, right? It is also called horizontal level. It is also called what? Horizontal level, right? This is eye level or horizontal level. Now, in order to look at this object, what do you have to do? You have to tilt your head upwards, right? You have to tilt your head upwards, right? Hello, get it?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes.
Means what do? You have to elevate your head. Elevate means to lift something. Elevate is a verb. It means to lift something. Lift something up. So you have to elevate your head, right, in order to look at the object. So the angle by which you have to tilt your head, the angle by which you have to tilt your head or your eyes, that angle is called angle of elevation. It's called what? Angle of elevation. Because this much angle by which you have to tilt your head in order to look at the object. Clear? That's why it is called angle of elevation. Are we clear on this so far?
Yes, sir.
Angle of elevation. Hello, anybody has any doubt? Please ask now. Right now, you can ask. No doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay. In the second diagram, it has forgotten to draw the rest of the part of the body. Oh, acha, it has drawn an eye. Okay. Here, okay. Here it did what? Drew eye. Okay, then okay. हाँ, चलो ये आई ड्रॉ किया है, आई है. अच्छा, हम एक काम करते हैं, पूरा एक ह्यूमन भी बनाते हैं, राइट? You are standing here. Then this will be your what? Eye level. This will be your what? Eye level, or called horizontal level. Eye level is called horizontal level. And suppose your object is here. Now, in order to look at the object, what do? You have to what? Dip your head, right? Dip your head. You have to dip your head. Move your head downwards. In the previous case, you had to move your head upwards. But here, in order to look at the object, you have to move your head or your eyes downwards, right? By what angle? By this angle, right? So this angle is called angle of depression. Depression means what? You have to dip your head, right? That is why it is called angle of depression. You get it? That is, this angle is called angle of depression. Anybody has any doubt so far? Angle of depression?
No, sir.
No. Okay. And this is what called a line of sight. Right? Because this is the line along which you are looking at the object. That's why it is called line of sight. And here this is called line of sight because this is the line along which you are looking at the object. Well, this kind of scenario occurs where? Suppose you are standing on top of a cliff here. Suppose you are standing on top of a mountain cliff here, and there is a tree on the ground. And or something on the ground, and you are looking at it. Then this kind of situation arises, right? You have to look down. This kind of case arises where? Suppose you are standing. Suppose you are standing here, and there is a tall building. And you have to look at the top of the building, right? Then you have to what? Tilt your head upwards. This is called angle of elevation, and this is called angle of depression. Get it? Okay. So
Yes, sir.
let's do a question on
Yes,
it.
sir.
Let's do a question on it. Do not forget these things. You have to draw the diagram in your notebook. These two diagrams you have to draw in your notebook, and whatever, and no need to explain anything. No need to write these things. No need to do that. You just have to draw this diagram. Diagram is explanation enough. So do this. Let's do this question. Very simple question. I think you have already solved this question in high school, in 10th class. Actually, you know what? I think 90 or 80% of questions of your applied mathematics you have already learned in high school. I think so. 80%
Yes, sir.
or 75% questions you have already solved those kind. See, there is commerce, there is commercial, there is a chapter, okay, where you have to learn about profit loss, okay, percentage of profit, percentage of loss. You have to learn about interest, okay, principal. You got that? All that thing that you have already learned in high school. Okay. So let's do this question. That a tower stands vertically on the ground. Tower stands. This is a tower. This is your tower. This is your tower. It stands vertically on the ground. From a point on the ground which is 15 meter away from the foot of the tower. This is called foot of the tower. Foot of the tower. And there is a point which is 15 meter away from the tower. There is a point which is 15 meter away from the tower. So from a point on the ground which is 15 meter away from the tower, means from this point C, the angle of elevation of the top of the tower is 60 degree. Angle of elevation means what? For example, if you are standing here and if you want to look at the top of the tower, you have to move your head upwards, right? So this is your angle of elevation. So angle of elevation from point C is 60 degree given. Get it? Hello? Get it?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We want to calculate the height of the tower. Okay. So let's do it. And before we do this question, first let's just revise one more important thing. There are some angles that you have learned in high school. One is 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree. And you know that sine of 0 degree, sine 0 degree value is 0. Sine 30 degree value is 1 by 2. Sine 45 degree value is 1 by root 2. Sine 60 degree value is root 3 by 2. Sine 90 degree value is 1. And cos 0 degree is equal to 1. You just have to go backwards. From sine, you just have to go backwards. Cos 0 degree is 1. Cos 30 degree is root 3 by 2. Cos 45 degree is same as sine 45 degree, 1 by root 2. Cos 60 degree is 1 by 2. Cos 90 degree is 0. See the pattern? See the pattern here? Sine you are going like this, then cos you are going backward. See the pattern here? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Remember? Okay. So if I ask you what is sine 60 degree, what will be the answer? Root 3 by 2.
Sir, root 3 by 2.
What is cos 60 degree?
Sir, 1 by 2.
1 by 2, clear? Okay.
Sir, 1 by 2.
Okay, these things, right? What is sine 0 degree? 0. Okay. And then there is tan. Well, tan you will tell me by yourself now. Well, tan theta is equal to what? Sin theta by cos theta. Tan theta is equal to sin theta by cos theta. So if I ask you tan 0 degree, it will be equal to what? Sin 0 degree by cos 0 degree. Well, sin 0 degree is 0 and cos 0 degree is 1. So 0 by 1 will be equal to what? 0,
Sir,
right?
0.
So tan 0 degree. If I want to know the value of tan 30 degree, it will be equal to what? Sin 30 degree by
1
cos
by
30
root
degree. Yes, 1 by 2 divided by root 3 by 2. What will be? 1 by root 3.
Sir, 1 by root 3.
Tan 45 degree will be equal to what? Sin 45 degree by cos 45 degree. Sin 45 degree is 1 by root 2, cos 45 1 by root 2. They are the same. So 1. Tan 60 degree is what?
Sir, 1. Yes.
Sin 60 degree by cos 60 degree.
Sir,
Root 3
root
by
3.
root 3. And what is
Root 3.
tan 90 degree? Who can tell me?
Not defined.
Sir, not defined.
Why? Because tan 90 degree is equal to sin 90 degree by cos 90 degree. Sin 90 degree is 1 divided by cos 90 degree is 0. 1 by 0 will be what? Undefined. Any number divided by 0 is undefined. Denominator, if denominator is 0, then that thing is undefined. Okay, you have to remember this so that you can use in the questions. Okay, take the screenshot. Done.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's just use this in this question. Okay, so first let's see what pieces of information do we have. We have a right angle triangle here. See, once the diagram has been drawn, once you draw the diagram, then forget about the tower, eye and everything. Forget about the tower, forget about the foot of the tower. There is simply a triangle. There is simply a right angle triangle, and the foot of the height of the tower means the length of this side you want to find out. This is a right angle triangle. Well, you know this angle is 60 degree, right? And you know this is 15 meter. Well, this is perpendicular, this is base, this hypotenuse, right? Because this angle, this is the angle, so this is the base, this is the perpendicular height, right? Okay. You know the value of base, which is 15 meter. You know the angle theta, which is 60 degree. You want to know P. Well, there is a trigonometric ratio that directly relates P and B. What is that? Tan theta.
The tan theta.
Also cot theta. Whichever you want to take. Also cot theta. So tan theta is equal to what? P by B, right? P by B. Right? Okay. Let me do it here.
Yes, sir.
We know that tan theta is equal to P by B. Well, P is known. P is what we want to find out. We want to find out the value of B, and B value we know 15 meter, and theta we know 60 degree, right? So tan 60 degree is equal to P by 15. And what is tan 60 degree? We know root 3, right? Root 3 is equal to P by 15.
Root 3.
Then P will be equal to what? 15 root 3 meter, right?
15 root 3. Yes, sir.
Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So done. Okay. So this is the end of a trigonometric chapter. Okay. For the time being, you do completely cover all these things. Okay, all these things. Then in the next Sunday, this Sunday we'll have another extra class. Okay, and please everybody attend. You have to attend. Attendance will be taken. If you do not attend, then you will face serious consequences. Do not
Yes,
do
sir.
that. Do not do that. It's for your good only. Your future, your exam, your life. It is not my life, not my future, not my exam. You will be the one who will suffer. Okay, in your future. So don't do it. अपना फ्यूचर के बारे में ख्याल रखो. ठीक है? Thank you guys. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Well.